Welcome to the home of the Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky in Bowling Green. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hilltoppers will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hayes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Nevada's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into this...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
The Wolfpack now has its work cut out on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Vance. Oh, they're after him! And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down, he'll throw it. This time on target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hutchison. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
3rd down coming up.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On target to the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop.
There he goes. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Wolfpack need this 3rd and short to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Vance. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. Wants to bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Grab behind the line, it's Hart. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll go to the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into it.
Converts on 4th down, still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Hilltoppers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's caught inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Complete to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Hilltoppers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. Into the end precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Vance. Under fire. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. With sure hands, it's Myers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Vance. Plucks it out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Catch in the middle, it's Floyd. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Rushes on him. Grabbed in the middle, it's Floyd. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on first down. Somehow fits it into that traffic. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
Nevada set to kick off to start the 3rd quarter.
Set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3, it's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Myers. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The Hilltoppers have their offense in high gear. Caught behind the line, it's Hutchinson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Nevada will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? When we moved the football down the field, we had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense comes up with the sacks, and this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. Caught in the backfield, it's Hart. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Under fire. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So 1st down will open up the final period. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Vance. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Henry. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Oh, better look out. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to pass. It's Vance. Looking to get it in. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. The Hilltoppers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Henry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Runs for the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Hilltoppers with the 1st and 10. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You want to score more points, but